Apparently, there's a hearing going on with UFOs that no one knew about because they were trying to keep it secret. Arrow and the Pentagon cherry-picked specific news companies to come to this one, so don't expect a whole heck of a lot. Listen.
Question now is, why wasn't News Nation invited to this week's UFO Pentagon hearing? Here with the exact same question himself is News Nation special correspondent and investigative journalist Ross Coulthard. Ross, it's good to have you this morning. I know you're upset by this. A small handful of reporters were chosen. You were not one of them, and your exclusive was the catalyst for everything. Make it make sense.
Look, there's a crucially important report coming up before the Congress, Marky, and it's coming from the Pentagon's UFO Investigation Office. And it's not just us at News Nation, it's a lot of the news media have been excluded from a very select invite-only meeting where certain journalists are being invited to get an embargoed copy of that report so that they can write their stories before the rest of us. And I think this is reprehensible. I think the Pentagon is playing favourites. What they're trying to do is control the narrative. They're trying to make sure that you, the public, don't get to hear the full story, because I can guarantee to you there are questions that we would be asking at News Nation, and indeed other news media not invited would be asking, that aren't going to be asked, because unfortunately the kind of media who are being invited are the fairly tame, compliant national security reporters from the major networks who frankly know that if they ask hard questions, they don't get invited back.
Wow. It's so disappointing. And I also have to add that News Nation reached out to the Department of Defense requesting admittance on behalf of News Nation. We were still denied. They said, quote, "We're looking to keep any media engagement with Arrow or AARO's acting director to a small group." But Ross, if their wish was to suppress interest, if that was their wish, cherry picking a few reporters only caused more buzz.
Look, this is just such a ham-fisted action by the Pentagon, Marky. It's ridiculous, because all it's doing is further intensifying public suspicion that the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, the intelligence community have something to hide. And frankly, I know they do. What we know now is incredible, and I'm looking forward to the whistleblowers coming forward eventually and revealing what they know.